It was a dark and stormy night. Not friend nor foe anywhere in sight. For on the world which Sonic called home, a mysterious abyssal land arrived unforetold. With blackened trees and clouded skies, not a shred of light to find with your eyes. But hark! On the side, a hero arrives. Blue quills, green eyes, red shoes, and the like. His name is Sonic, Hedgehog of the Wind, and he's come to investigate what may lie within.
So this is the place, huh? Seems right for this time of the year.
What are you talking about, Sonic? This isn't right by any means. The twin-tailed fox speaks his mind, making sure not to trail too far behind. His name is Miles Prower, or Tails to his friends, and he's come to join Sonic in investigating this grim den.
Come on, buddy. We've been through worse before. Just stick by me and it'll be okay. What's the worst that could happen? You see a strange-looking tree?
I don't like the looks of this place. It's strange. It popped up out of nowhere. People said that anyone who goes in goes missing.
Sounds like the perfect place for me.
Why would you say that? Are you kidding me, Tails? A strange new land that no one's ever been to before? Talk about an adventure. Let's get started. The pair explore through the den. It harbors a malice towards the both of them. Roots gnarled and dead tear up through the ground, and it makes running really fast very unsound. So Sonic is held back, forced to trot, while Tails looks about, certain that he will soon drop.
What was that? Just one of the locals? Probably. Guess they're having a hoot.
Our hedgehog, heroic and brave, grows tired of walking in this maze.
As much as I love adventure, there's not much to be seen here so far. I can't really run around with all of these roots everywhere.
Does that mean we can go back?
We're not going to give up that easily, Tails. Why don't you give me a boost?
Sonic looks to the sky, causing Tails to sigh, as together they use his power and fly, up above the mass of trees, looking past their missing leaves. Amongst the swarm of dead, decrepit branch, a castle can be seen, towering over the dark.
Hey, look over there! That's probably where we're looking for.
Oh, a castle? A haunted castle?
What makes you say that, Tails? Anywhere else of interest you see? Because if you ask me, that's the place I want to be. Besides, you don't want to be in the forest, right? Why don't we head inside?
Sonic.
Alright, but don't be surprised if I get to say I told you so after this. Yeah, we'll see about that.
The duo land, a new target in sight. The landmark is hard to miss even in the night. Along the way, a murder in flight. A flock of crows tearing through the night. The fox is scared but puts on a brave face, while Sonic makes sure his friend doesn't lose his pace. And before too long the two arrive at a great bridge waiting to deliver them to their prize. As they breach the interior, their eyes agleam. This place is well furnished, as it would seem.
Wow, it's not often you see all this expensive stuff in one place. Gold, silver, finery too. Whoever built this place must have been rich. Looks like we aren't the first people here after all. See? Nothing to worry about, Tails.
No, Sonic, this is still plenty to worry about. If the person who built this was so wealthy, why is it all in such a state of disrepair? Everything's dead outside, and we haven't seen anyone in here.
Maybe they just moved on. There are plenty of places like this out in the world.
What, you mean suspiciously haunted?
Well, maybe a few.
Within the room, an item is found. The hedgehog grins as he smashes it profound.
Sonic, what are you doing? Just as I thought.
The contents are spilled upon the floor, a mound of golden rings for all to adore.
I just knew there were rings in there. Sonic, don't grab them. Come on, Tails. I'd grab rings all the time. I didn't realize you could be so superstitious.
The hedgehog does what the hedgehog must and collects these rings as if they were just dust. But with this deed, the room grows grim. The candlesticks flicker, and a wind blows from within.
Sonic, you should put those back. I can't. Once I grab them, they sort of just blimp out of existence. Oh well.
A flash of white and blue illuminates the room, conjuring forth a herald of doom. The spectral figure, eyes aflame, behold our heroes, anger in twain. Who dares disturb my resting place? A rodent in my domain? What a disgrace!
Sonic, that's Eggman.
Eggman? What insult do you fling at me in my house? My name is Julian the Great, you stupid needle mouse.
Sorry about any offense. You look like a certain someone we know.
Save your begging for someone who cares. Now you find yourself trapped within my lair. And as he speaks, the portcullis flings shut, an iron gate preventing the hedgehog to escape. You will return what is mine with fourth haste.
Yeah, funny story about that. They kind of vanished.
You lie! Those rings are mine!
Sonic, we need to get out of here. Looks like we got off on the wrong step here, Eggy. How about we...
Julian! My name is Julian! Enough! Your blundering has sealed your fate. You will never leave this place. As compensation, I will take your very souls in my ring's place. Snively! He bellows down the hall, and in response, a chilling blow falls forth. Spawning beside the ghostly man is a ghastly face.
Yes, sir?
Fetch me their souls!
And that's our cue to leave. Catch you later.
And with haste, our blue hedgehog grabs his friend. Together they race around the bend. From out this hall and into the tower. They run as fast as they can in such a dire hour.
I hate to say this, but I told you so, Sonic. Yeah, you can nag me about it later. For now, we need to get out of here. You won't be going anywhere from me.
The shrieking force of the Snively cries out, its ghostly face a sight you could do without. It flows down the hall, giant in size, threatening to swallow our heroes, tails and all. With agility and grace, the hedgehog keeps up his pace and runs circles around his sickly face. As try as it might, the ghost will fail, as Sonic the Hedgehog always prevails.
Ah, what's the matter, Snivels? Can't keep up? Looks like you're all out of luck. I'll find a way to wipe that smirk off your face. Oh, Sir Charles's armor should do the trick. I'll show you what happens when I'm just as quick.
And the undead Snively does just that. His soul inhabits a metal shack. The armor of once a great and honorable fellow now draws its blade in a fashion most mellow.
Sonic, look out!
The twin-tailed fox says, as Sonic almost lost his head. The armored knight swung its blade, but Sonic managed to evade. He sizes up his new armored foe, noticing how it looks familiar so.
I swear I've seen something like this before. I don't know how you found that, but you're gonna need more than dusty old metal to stop me.
The hedgehog retorts before he bounds into action. Whirling like a blade, he spins through the air, but the snivelly armored creature does not seem to care. His quills do nothing against the shell, and he struck quite hard, as Snively would tell.
Yes, take that, you insignificant rats! I'll show Julian I'm worthy after all! Ugh, this thing's tough. Maybe we can take it if we work together. Try as you might, you can't stop me. This metal alloy is more than it seems.
And yet, in their darkest hour, our hero's hope grows taller than ours. The wall behind the armored knight crumbles to pieces with some unseen might. Brick and mortar crush our foe, burying it under a new tomb in tow. And emerging from the dusty wall is a familiar red face known to all.
Huh, what was that?
Knuckles? You guys? Fancy meeting you here.
You here to investigate this place too?
Huh? No, I'm not interested in any of that. The Master Emerald's been stolen.
Again?
Save it for yourself, Sonic. I'm just here to find my Master Emerald, and I don't need your snap.
Ever thought of, I don't know, using a GPS on the thing?
Now you listen here.
Wait, okay, let's stop. We're in quite a mess. We need to work together. Knuckles, what happened to the Master Emerald, and why is it here?
I don't really know, but I think it was Rouge the Bat. I can't believe she went behind my back like that. Why are you guys here?
Well, this place did kind of spring out of nowhere if you didn't notice. We're here investigating reports of missing people. And for the adventure. Yes, and Sonic wanted to see this place. I suppose it could be interesting to research, but it's haunted! There are ghosts everywhere!
I haven't seen any.
You kind of just crushed one, Knucklehead.
Some ghost. They're not all that tough anyway, I've dealt with them before.
You have?
Yeah, plenty of times. You just need a bit of sunlight is all.
You seen any of that around here, Knucklehead?
Yeah, well, I destroyed that one, didn't I?
You didn't even see what you were doing.
Yeah, well, you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, that's rich coming from you, buddy. Guys, stop. Let's just stick together for now, okay?
Yeah, works for me. Just keep out for anything big and green. Elsewhere in the castle, a figure most foul, enraged at the failings we witnessed just now. Snively, you insolent fool! That is the last time I ever trust you!
Come now, Julian. Don't you now fret. I'm willing to lend you a hand to deal with these pests.
Rouge! Yes, I suppose you will do. I'll leave the rest up to you. But make no mistake, you bet your life you don't want to see me when I'm not feeling nice. Our heroes continue down these dark halls and end up in a grand stairwell adorned with jewels. Coins and gems surround the walls, and in the center rests the master of them all. There it is! The Master Emerald!
Ease up, Knuckles. It's a bit too easy, don't you think?
Ah, how observant. That sounded like... Descending from the ceiling, out of the dark, is a familiar winged bat, her face wielding a snark. It's Rouge! Alright, Batgirl, hand it over, nice and easy.
Come now, Knuckles, why be so harsh? I was just giving you a bit of a start. Your Master Emerald's right here, safe and sound. So why don't you all just go turn around?
What are you playing at, Rouge? You know what happens when the Master Emerald leaves my home. Now Angel Island's sunk, and it's all your fault. I'm not gonna ask you again. Return it to me!
Yeah, okay, Knuckles, why don't we go easy?
No, Sonic! She can't keep doing this to me! It's my duty!
The bat approaches Knuckles, arms raised up high. Come now, Knuckles, don't you trust me? There was a reason for this trickery. Let me come and make it up. I promise you will understand me soon enough.
What are you?
Knuckles freezes up, embarrassed and shocked, as Rouge throws her arms around his dreadlocks, and her head swings round to the base of his neck, leaving him a twitching mess.
Hey, what's going on here? Knuckles, are you okay?
With a laugh, the bat pushes the echidna away. He'll be fine soon. Now why don't you boys come here? I've got a gift to share with you.
What's gotten into you?
The bat gleams a smile as she looks at the two. Oh please, I just want to take a bite out of you. She lunges forth, with her fangs bearing out, to chomp at Tails without a second doubt. But Sonic is swift and grabs his friend, lifting him away, safe from a bite. All the while, Knuckles gets up, holding his head a moment, questioning his luck.
Knuckles, Rouge has gone crazy! We need to subdue her somehow!
I don't think that's necessary, Sonic. Why don't you settle down? Knuckles looks up, a strange color to his eye. It looks like he and Rouge are on the same side.
What? Knuckles, something's gotten into you too! Sonic, we can't let them get to us!
Yeah, maybe it's best to avoid right now. Oh, I don't think you two are going anywhere. Rouge leaps to the skies to swoop from above, whilst Knuckles charges forward and strikes head on. Sonic takes the blunt and bounces back, with Knuckles in pursuit of the big blue rat. Tails, therefore, is left to defend from Rouge's strikes and mischievous ends.
Knuckles, knock it off! Have you let yourself get tricked again?
Hardly. I see things quite clearly now. We can be better, and I'll show you how! The echidna's fists splinter the ground, but Sonic is keen and as fast as sound. This time, Knuckles is speedy as well. His form dissipates as bats and appears all the well. You cannot run from me anymore, Sonic. Just hold still. Tails as well is in some dire straits. Against Rouge's flight, it's quite hard to concentrate. But then Sonic has a plan, for he knows his friend like the back of his hand.
Knuckles, someone's taken the Master Emerald again!
What? The Guardian looks away, despair in his eyes, giving Sonic the time to kick him in the side. He's sent tumbling through the air towards the bat, knocking them from the ceiling to the ground with a splat.
Huh, surprised that worked. I guess Knuckles is always gonna be a knucklehead.
But Sonic, what's happened to him?
I don't know, Tails. This probably isn't the best place to find out either. With a groan, their assailants begin to rise. Looks like we gotta go, Tails. We're all out of time.
I hate that hedgehog! He's getting away! Oh yes, I know what will make them pay. Sonic runs quick as Tails flaps behind, gripping onto his hand for sheer life.
I can't believe what happened there. Rouge did something to Knuckles, and then they're gonna try and do it to us.
Stay tough, Tails. We just need to get out of this mess. Once we're somewhere safe, we can figure this all out, like we always do. He leaps over a gap in the floor ahead. If he hadn't, it would most certainly mean they would be dead. But traveling with great speed comes at a cost. Your awareness of surroundings might leave you quite lost.
I feel like we're going in circles, Tails. Is there any alternative we could take?
Sonic, I don't feel so good.
Huh?
Sonic stops with a screech as he skids to a halt and looks at his buddy, seeming sick to a fault.
As Tails raises his head, his mouth goes agape. His soul sucked from his body. Make no mistake.
Tails?
Sonic! His body goes limp in Sonic's grasp as his soul wisps away through a pane of glass. Emotions run high in our hero's heart as he rests Tails' body before he departs. Spinning through the window, shattering it in half, he finds himself outside by a river's mark. And resting against the water's edge is a big purple cat with his fishing entrenched. Beside him a large bowl filled with water and souls, of which Sonic glimpses Tails before it dissolves.
Tails!
He leaps across the river and lands by Big.
How did you get here? Do you know anything about what's going on? What happened to Tails?
Hey there, Sonic. It's nice to see you too. My fishing rod's been crazy after I got here. I'm able to fish souls out right from your ear. Poor little Tails must have got hooked, and now his soul is probably cooked.
You're saying you did that to Tails?
Sonic grumbles, his hands turn to fists, and his brow thunders.
Give him back, Big. I'm not in the mood for games today.
No can do, little guy. Froggy's taken a taste for souls, and he's hungry.
Looks like they got to you too, Big. I'll figure this out, but I need Tails' soul back.
Sonic makes for a fight, but Big's had enough. He stands up and looks down, not even trying to appear tough. Goodbye, Sonic. I'll remember you well. The ground beneath Sonic begins to shake. Beneath his feet, he feels its wake. It crumbles away to reveal a trap. The green maw of a giant frog, of which leaps out. In one gulp, it consumes our hedgehog in all. And he finds himself alone in a void, devoid of all.
Ugh! Now what do I do?
In this abyss, there is but one thing. A fluffy, friendly figure, although it looks a bit dim.
Tails? Is that you? Are you alright, buddy?
The furry fox moves not even an inch.
Tails? Come on, say something, Tails. You're kinda creeping me out here, buddy.
And with that, it seems our hero had failed. But that is indeed not the end of his tale. From then on, he would serve his master's call as a horrid, furried monster, the dread of all. What a frivolous end for a festive tale! I hope you enjoyed this story of Dark, but I have one last message before we depart. If you'd like to see more, you should like and subscribe, and comment on how you found your time. I will remember your form. I know your face. I will expect to see you again in this place.